Hello, people. We're back in Breakpoint, and today we're going to cover the mission screen. I found it pretty confusing when I first started playing compared to Wildlands, so let's go in there and take a look at it. That's the objectives boards, and once you get used to it, the layout's not too difficult. The stuff in yellow is the main story missions. The stuff in green are the faction missions. Those are basically side missions. The stuff in orange are the Aurora missions. Those are the random missions that you'll find dotted around the landscape that aren't connected to any particular faction. And there's also this Operation Amber Sky and Resistance. Now, I haven't really played around with Resistance much, but the Amber Sky has them launching poison gas clouds all over the island where you need to wear a gas mask and you need to be replacing the filters on a regular basis. It can turn into a little bit of a handful. So I would say when you're first starting to play it, maybe stick with the faction missions. Those are a good way to get experience to level up, and none of them are all that difficult. And then either the Aurora missions, the main story missions tend to be a little bit more difficult, but the rewards tend to be a little bit higher. The PvP section is over here, not something that I really play around with myself. And then up in the top section here, you've got progression for the AI teammates. You can do various things like have them do kills and help you with stuff, and it'll unlock different abilities for them. And then weapons and attachments are various blueprints that you found. And as you go through the world and you find like these information packets, a lot of times you'll be able to choose between like maybe a weapon, a camp location, or maybe information about one of the missions. And a lot of times I'll choose the ones for weapons. So if you go in here, this is the various blueprints that you have or that are available. The ones that are still available are the ones with light blue. The ones you have, I believe, are the ones that you either haven't discovered yet. Yeah, that's correct. I don't think we've discovered where these ones are exactly. Or it could be stuff that I've picked up. Let me look at a particular one and I'll tell you. So if I go into sniper rifles, the HTI, I don't believe I have that. No, I don't. So the ones that are blacked out, I don't know where to find them yet. And the ones that are in blue, I do know where to get them, but I haven't actually gotten them. And I don't think they're on here once you've picked them up yet. These are just the ones that are potentially to get. Now, some of these things it'll tell you need to do a mission. Some of them are in Maria's shop, but those blueprints are anywhere from 8,000 for a pistol to 15,000 for most assault rifles, up to even like 45,000. So I tend to avoid those. And then there's other ones that have locations on them. Let's see if we can find any of these ones. The MDR comes from teammate challenges. So that'll be one of the unlocked. And we'll go into teammates in another of the missions. Maria Shop. Okay, this is a good one. Good Hope Mountain. So this tells you that it's on Good Hope Mountain. You can pin this thing now to your list, and now it will show it on the HUD, and you can kind of figure out where it is you have to go to get it. 4.1 kilometers in this direction. So if I look on the map, that would be this one here. And the way that you can tell the difference is this one has a dotted white circle around it. So that means it's not selected. And the one it is selected has a solid white circle around it. So if I wanted to go for the AK-74, I know that it's going to be here somewhere in this base. And I'd simply drive over or fly over, kill everybody that's there, search all the crates, and somewhere in there is going to be the weapon blueprint. As you find information through these various intel packages, it'll tend to show up on the map as a blue dot. And Some of these are going to be at bases. Some of them are going to be at behemoth sites. But this is basically what you get for checking intel at anytime you go to a base or encounter enemies. So it's probably well worth your while to do that. Okay, so that covers a little bit of what I didn't really understand about how to work the storyline on this, the missions and such like this. And some of these ones kind of branch out. So, for instance, after you've done a little bit of research on Walker, it'll open up another target here, and these will likely be his underlings. Some of the other people that will that will unlock attached to maybe Jay Skell will have other missions attached to them where they might lead you to another of the wolf I guess senior people or the sentinel like senior staff. So that's what all these question marks are all about. And what did I do there? I think I might have selected that Project Titan by mistake. Anyways, that's a little short video on how the mission section works on this thing, um, and how to find your missions, how to track them. Basically, what you want to have is pin them to the sidebar here. When you're in this screen, it's the only place where you can actually remove pins. And in that case, you basically hold the down on the thumb pad, and then you can go through and you can choose them to unpin. Otherwise, your only option is to pin new stuff, and then once you find something else, you can either replace it. So, for instance, if I wanted to choose one of these missions, clear out the drone camp, I can now replace one of these, but the only way to remove one of these is to use the unpin option here, the remove pin. And that's only on the objective boards. It doesn't show up on any of the other ones. Oh, it does too. I'm wrong. It shows up on the map as well. So yeah, that's a little bit of information about how to use that. Hopefully it was a little bit helpful. Not too long a video, but I found it a little confusing when I first started playing the game. Anyways, thanks for watching. Come back for the next one if you found this useful.